This is where it all started, a vacant, unused spot on my land, waiting for a new purpose. Over time, I carefully transformed this space into a thriving organic veggie garden, growing fresh vegetables and all sorts of edible plants. Each step of the way involved planning, hard work, and considering all aspects of creating an efficient and sustainable garden. There were moments of challenge and learning, but the passion for growing my own food and being self-sufficient kept me going. Growing my own vegetable has always been a dream, connecting with nature and providing for myself. Let me take you through how it all came together, step by step. It is the early days of spring, and it's a perfect time to start a veggie garden. The first step is to build up the veggie beds. There are many simple ways to do it, but the design I went with has a bit more visual appeal. I came across it while doing some research and decided it was the right fit, practical and easy on the eyes. First, I built up a frame cut to size and joined at the corners. Then I added a second frame on top. It gives the bed a nice finish and lets you sit on the edge while you work. For the legs, I use a different type of galvanized metal, strong and durable, with no trouble supporting the weight of the bed. They keep the whole structure stable and slightly raised, which improves the drainage and makes the garden easier to manage. For the body of the bed, I use corrugated galvanized sheeting, the kind usually used for roofing. It's lightweight but tough, and it handles the weather really well. It also adds to the overall look, giving the beds a clean, simple finish that fits right into the natural surroundings. With the first veggie bed ready, I carry it to the place. This golden spot will be the heart of the garden. I make sure the bed is perfectly level. A flat base is a key for proper water distribution and healthy plants growth. Next, I remove any grass from inside the bed. This step is important because grass can compete with vegetables for nutrients and water. By clearing it out now, I give the veggie the best chance to thrive. Now it's the time to fill the veggie bed. I use a mix of 60% garden soil, 30% organic compost, and 10% chicken manure. The garden soil gives a structure and bulk. The compost adds rich organic matter, helping to retain moisture and support soil life. And the chicken manure gives a natural nitrogen boost, helping the plants grow strong and vibrant. For planting, I've gone with a method called the square foot gardening. The idea is simple. You divide the bed into equal squares, and based on the plant type, you grow a specific number in each one. It helps you plant precisely how many plants, how many seeds, and how much space you need. You get more out of a smaller area and avoid wasting seeds. There is only one veggie bed at the moment, and while I wanted to grow a wide variety, I had to choose just a few. Once the seeds were in, I covered the surface with mulch to help retain moisture and keep the weeds down. One bed becomes two, then more. The garden begins to take shape, growing bit by bit, showing signs of life and possibility. Now I'm digging holes to build a base for the greenhouse, getting things ready for the structure to go up beside the garden. foundation is nearly there now. I've set the post and connected them, sketching out the frame. Then comes the leveling, removing dirt bit by bit to create a flat, solid base. Now I'm laying down the pallets. They were free, which is handy, and I've treated the bags to protect against moisture and pests. The base is complete, ready for the greenhouse to be placed. I picked up this greenhouse second-hand for $350. It is in great shape, brand new. They go for around $1,000, and the best part, I didn't even have to worry about delivery. The seller dropped it off right here. But yeah, getting it into the garden and onto the base turned out a bit more challenging than I pictured. Not impossible, just a bit awkward doing it alone. But I got it there in the end. With the greenhouse finally in place, I take a moment to enjoy a cup of tea. And as I stand there looking over the garden, I start thinking, how can I design a watering system that'll water everything efficiently? But before I get into all that, I still need a little bit of work to finish right here. I want the garden to be self-sufficient, so I've got this water tank just for it. Because the land's on slope, I need to build a small retaining wall to create a flat, stable base for the water tank. I'm using pallets again here to build it. Now I'm filling the back with this stone to help with drainage, so water doesn't build up behind it and cause problems later on. Then I fill it up with sand and level it out. Getting a nice flat base is important. It helps keep the tank stable once it's full. Now it's the time to get the tank onto the base. Should be simple, right? But of course, the wing decides to join the party. The tank catches a gust and rolls right off the side, so I wrestle it back onto the place. Me versus the wind and a giant empty barrel. Time for the fitting. I can't do it from outside, so I lay the tank down again. Next step, crawling inside. It's a bit of a squeeze, but I make it in. This time, I'm working from outside, connecting the pipes, tightening everything up, getting it all ready to go. digging a trench to connect the two tanks. Slow work, but pretty satisfying. This line will carry overflow from the big tank down to the garden tank, so every drop ends up where it's needed. Espy's hanging around, keeping an eye on things, like a little site supervisor, making sure I'm doing it right. Always there for encouragement. Now I'm running a line from garden tank down toward the garden. For now, there is just a simple tap at the end, but eventually I build a little outdoor sink, perfect for gardening tasks and washing up. Time to dress up the retaining wall a bit. It's just the old pallets holding the tank, so I'm adding a few touches to make it look a little better. More polished, less like a quick fix. This year the cold started a bit earlier, so it's time to give the veggie beds a bit of protection. I grabbed some lengths of PVC, light, flexible, and perfect for the job. Bit by bit, I bend them into arches and slot them into the edges of the bed. It takes a few tries, but they start to take shape. Once the frame's in, I wrap it all up with cloth. Nothing fancy, just enough to keep the frost off and give the veggies a fighting chance. The eagle soars about the valley, catching the last of the light. Down below, it's just me and Espy, walking together through the fading light. Another day wrapped up, but we are just getting started. In the next episodes, I'll keep working on the garden. Till then, in the spirit of easy wonder, take it easy. My name is Reza. I live in the mountain bush along the far south coast of New South Wales, Australia. Join me and my fairy friends Espy and Dena as we explore the connection between past dreams and my current bush lifestyle. Together, we'll engage in projects that complement our natural surroundings. From building structures to enhancing our outdoor spaces, my aim is to share the beauty of bush living. Additionally, I invite you to hop on my metaphorical motorbike as we journey to fascinating destinations in Australia and around the world, discovering unique cultures and breathtaking landscapes.